Uh, this is not the first time I've came to these conclusions, but it's been in my mind recently a lot, and I think I want to get it out there. And I'm sure some of you already understand what I'm saying, but like when you reach a certain level of consciousness, I say a certain level, just when you're more aware of things to a point almost where you could say you're borderline insane, but you're not hearing voice, none of that, but it's just you become so aware of things, how reality acts or works, and your consciousness is at a state where you're awake, and it's okay, this is how things are. But I also know this, that we live in the playpen of a twisted God. There is a God, but it is wicked, and it is evil, and it is vile. I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called the demiurge, or you can look at references like H.P. Lovecraft and Cthulhu and stuff, but not quite as similar as that. There's a channel on YouTube called Esoterica, and you can look up a lot about what the demiurge is and what it's been talked about, and Gnosticism and stuff like that, which I don't really agree with the Gnostics on a lot, but I do agree with them on a similarity-based concept of that we live in a false reality, and the reality we live in is governed by a wicked, tyrannical, sadistic, despair-eating, eats your despair God. And I am come to these conclusions over years, and I've pieced it together over years just because of what I've lived, what I've seen, what I've witnessed, what I've felt, being manipulated and having my strings pulled like I'm a puppet, constantly being fed information in my mind, constantly thinking things, intrusive thoughts, that aligns with certain things in my reality. And I know you're thinking, this dude's crazy. No, it's not that. It's just it's really what it's real, and I may never put this out onto anywhere, but I'll have it for myself at least, just to come back and understand. It's no joke. I'm sure certain people can relate to this. We live in the reality of we live in the playpen of a twisted God, and certain people over others, their life is really hard, or they're mentally ill, whatever, they battle a lot of different things. It's because this God chooses these people to make them suffer, and that's the people that it feeds off of. That's the people that it gets energy from. It feeds off of their despair and their heartache and their grief. It feeds off of that shit. And that's how it continues to gain its energy, while others, NPCs or whatever you could say, they have easy lives, they have good lives. And you want to say, how these religions get the chosen ones or whatever, if it comes from Christianity, Abrahamic religions, Hinduism, whatever. These chosen ones, you could say, oh, they go through hard. No, they go through this shit because their energy is getting fed to this tyrannical piece of shit. This eater of souls, eater of energy. That's why, if Christians knew, and Islamic people knew, Hindus knew what they really were praying to, meditating to, they wouldn't, because this thing is not good. It's not good at all. It's a constructor of this reality. It's not good. I don't care if I sound insane. I'm just having to collect my thoughts right now, but it's not good. My only advice is don't pray. Live your life how you want to live it. Don't sacrifice your whole life for a religion or anything like that. Religious, like, do not pray to a god or anything. Like, keep to yourself, live your life to your fullest, believe in yourself, and try to achieve what you want to achieve, especially if you're not condemned to hell, at least in your mind, like I am. And the suffering that I have to go through on a daily basis, dealing with these thoughts, my mind being rattled every fucking day, being manipulated every fucking day by this thing. Every fucking day, every waking second, it's constantly in my mind and in my reality, making me think things, making me want to be delusional when I know it's a delusion. I'm not feeding into the delusion, but it's so constantly trying to want me to, that I'm aware that there is something evil trying to make me become fucking insane. And so, like, it's so often too that I have to, like, I get headaches from it sometimes. It's just, I'm done. But it's just, I'm done. Hold on just a second. I'm done rambling. Yeah. This obviously isn't going nowhere because it's 6 minutes long. This is just for myself. This is for me to look back on and understand that, yeah, do not ever go back on what you were saying. Because what you feel right now is real. The string pulling, manipulation, puppeteering, the shit that you feel and you get treated like a puppet every day. It's like this wicked being, or beings, I'm pretty sure it's one being, but it could have constructs related to it that do its bidding, so it doesn't have to spend as much of its own energy, which I'm assuming is a good possibility as well. I don't know where that was going. All I mean is don't give in to them. You know it's all delusions. You know they're all trying to make you go crazy, believe shit that ain't true. The numbers are evil. They belong to a source of evil. The colors belong to a source of evil. The wind is evil. The chimes that you hear all the time, that's evil. It all points to a being that wants to manipulate you and breed fear upon you, to make you fear it. Do not fear that being. That being is wicked and evil. The Lord is what it calls itself. Well, the Lord is a vile, wicked piece of shit bastard. Always remember that. Do not forget that. Jewish people worship this God that I am talking about. Islam's worship this God that I am talking about. Hindus, I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure they worship this God I'm talking about. And the biggest, most sickest thing about this God that is the construct of our reality is that it puts on a mask, and that mask, this is really prevalent in Christianity and Islam. The Abrahamic religions is really tied to this sick, degenerate piece of shit being. Sadistic, tyrannical, self-righteous being. The sickest thing about this individual, or this construct, this God, I don't even like giving it that word because I think of it as something lesser. I think of it as filth because of what it is and how it thrives. But this being, I lost my train of thought. This being, what I was going to say, this being puts on a mask. This being puts on a mask, and that mask says love on it. And this is the most horrifying part about it. That mask says love on it. But when you take off that mask, it is pure chaos and evil within. And what that individual does, what this God does, is it goes around in these holy books, these religions, and claims to love individuals so much, and tells stories of sacrifice which did not happen, tells stories of this, tells stories of that, tells stories of its love, mainly in Christianity and Abrahamic group, or Islam, Hinduism. Tells story of love, tells story of sacrifice that this God has given. But in reality, this God is feeding off of our despair, and treating us like shit. Especially certain people more than others. It's feeding off of this shit, and then it claims it's because of its love. And that's what it hides. That's what it hides under. It hides under the mask, the concealment of love. And no, it's not love. It's wickedness. And it is a parasite. The demiurge, you could call it. We live in a reality. You want to say the Matrix, after you can call it the Matrix. I call it just a false reality. Or more like a playpen of the devil. I mean, you want to get to know who the devil actually is. The devil is from the Bible. The devil is from the Torah. The devil is the God from the Abrahamic religions, potentially from the Hindu religions. What the Jews worship, what Islamic people worship, that's the devil. That's a form of the fucking devil. Like what the devil built this reality we live in it's fucking particles or conscious, and it's conscious of this wicked being. It is wicked. Trust me, it is manipulative. It is a master puppeteer. And it has pulled people's strings for centuries and hidden behind a mask of lies. And this goes out to Christians, and I know you think, oh, you're so fucking crazy. But what's more crazier? To believe what I'm saying, or to believe that this something you can't see, smell, touch, taste, hear, feel anything, or see anything. You don't even, to believe this imaginary being that is in the sky has so much love for you. Given that there is a being, it's not imaginary, so I'll give you that. There is a being that you can call God, so I'll give you that. There is a God. But to believe in a God that has so much love for you while there's children dying of cancer, there's children that can't walk, there's people that can't walk, there's people that can't see, there's people that can't hear. All of these things are happening. There's people that go insane every day from so much mental stress and torment. They go insane. They get addicted to drugs. All this terrible, evil, wicked shit in this world. And then yet these Christians and Islamic people, they want to say, and even other religions, they want to say, well, that's, free will, or God is good. No, God is not good. God is evil. Let me be clear on that. God is evil. There is a God, and I have my existence and my experience of life up to this point has proven to me that there is a God, but it is not good. And this video has been going on for 14 minutes, so I'm about to cut it off. But just understand this. Like, yes, I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. I will say that I'm out there with this stuff. And everyone who sees this is going to be like, okay, the dude's lost his rocker, and that's okay. You're free to think that. Everyone has opinions. Everyone has a right to their religion, and that's okay. But I'm just telling you, like, if anyone else feels like they understand what I'm saying, then please leave comments, leave a like, spread the word. Look up the YouTube channel Esoterica. It talks about the demiurge and what it is, and I don't necessarily agree with all of what it's saying, but I agree with a lot of it. The very construct of our reality is conscious, and his consciousness is the form of the evil, twisted God. We live in the playpen of a twisted, self-righteous, evil piece of shit God. I don't know if there's any way to escape it. I don't know what happens after we die. That's a good question. I don't know. That's beyond me. All I know is the life we live right now is all a play. It's all a game. And it is puppeteered by this devil. This mad God that thrives on chaos and fear. And puts a mask on. And the mask has permanent marker written on it. Love. I love you. But I actually want you to fear me and hate. And I actually want you to suffer. But I love you anyway. No. See. Understand what I'm saying. It is evil. It is ridiculously insane that we believe this lie, and that I can't keep on about it because it only riles me up because I've been tormented by this being for so long. I've been tormented by it so long. I've been made insane by this being for so long. Truly, I've become to the point. I'm not there yet, but I've been manipulated and tortured in my mind so much, but I've still been able to come up with these revelations of what is going on in my mind, that it is just like it's part of reality. The mind and reality are one and the same in a sense. The observer, but my thing I'm saying is every molecule, every atom, even the Planck, which is the smallest form of molecule, whatever, is conscious to this being, the demiurge, in this reality anyway. And it is conscious. It is evil though, inherently. Like that's what it is. And it's all a game to it. And so that's it. I just wanted to get this out there. Please, if you relate even a little bit to what I was saying, please comment below, like, spread the video, talk about it yourself on your own channel, whatever. Like, I'm not playing it. It is a real thing, this being, and it is controlling your reality at the very right now. And religion will not help you. Do not put your faith in religion, because you are putting your faith in something that is deceptively evil. And the devil, whatever that is, the devil is religion. Religion is from the devil itself. The devil is real, and the devil is God. And religion is from the devil. Believe in yourself. Hope's a good thing. Live your life if you can. If you're one of the lucky ones that are somewhat sane and calm and collected and feel good, live your lives, travel, do what you want to do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones, love others, love yourself, be kind, all that good stuff. We all know that, but do not put your faith in religion. Do not put your faith in God or anything like that, because I promise you, you will regret it. And that is all I have to say.